Are you a real estate investor who's always looking for ways to sweeten your deal? I sure hope so. Hello, I'm Amanda Hahn, and I'm a managing director with Keystone CPA. And I'm joined here by my partner, Matt.
Hi, everyone. I'm Matt McFarland. I'm also the director at Keystone CPA. Welcome, and thank you for joining us for this educational video. In this segment of our video series, we're going to share with you 5 tax tips that will sweeten any real estate deal.
And we're also going to demystify the real estate professional status.
And we're also going to address the age-old question of what type of entity should I be?
As a bonus, we're going to share with you ideas on how you can use tax benefits to raise investor money for your deals. Now, author and speaker Robert Kiyosaki once said that he seeks out advisors who understand his business and investing. So today we want to talk to you as both a CPA and as a real estate investor. A lot of people seek out our services because they want to work with someone who's familiar with real estate investing, someone who speaks the language, understands real estate, and more importantly, invests in real estate. As a CPA, I see the enormous benefit of real estate investing. Not only is real estate a great wealth vehicle, but it's also one of the few investment vehicles that have huge tax benefits as well.
So let's go over what we mean by this. You're not going to find many other investment vehicles out there that will allow you to make money yet pay little or no taxes on that money. So for example, if you make $50,000 in your business, you're typically going to pay taxes on that $50,000. But if your business is real estate investing and you make that same $50,000, you can probably pay minimal or zero taxes. Very often you can use real estate to shelter taxes from other income.
This is also the reason that we often recommend real estate as an investment vehicle. This is also the reason that we ourselves invest in real estate. Now, if I've lost you on the whole tax benefit discussion so far, don't worry. We're going to go over that in more detail.
So let's shift gears and talk about the opportunities relating to real estate investments. And one of the biggest benefits to investing in real estate from a tax perspective is the benefit you get from the depreciation deduction. Now, what depreciation does, it allows the investor to take a portion of the property's purchase price and expense it little by little over time. This rule is a great loophole the IRS has given us because they have this working theory that real estate, similar to all other assets, will actually go down in value over time. Now, this is probably true for computers or furniture or other things that you invest in, but we all know that real estate will go up in value over time. So with the depreciation rules, what's happening is that the IRS is allowing the investor a tax deduction year after year, although their investment vehicle is going up in value. So as you can probably tell, the depreciation expenses alone are typically so high that the investor will generally show an overall loss on their tax return, even though they are making positive cash flow month after month on this property. So this is one of the main reasons that we encourage people to invest in real estate. Again, not only is it a smart investment vehicle, but it's one of the most extremely tax-preferred vehicles out there.
There are a set of complicated rules under the IRS that dictates how to depreciate your real estate. So one strategy is to work with your tax advisor to perform chattel appraisals and analyze all the improvements you make on the properties. The reason that you may want to do this is to ensure that you're maximizing and accelerating the depreciation deductions that are available to you. So remember, paying less taxes now allows you to accelerate your wealth building because it eliminates the tax drag on your investments. So let's talk about a very simplistic example. So for the average American, every $100 you make, you pay approximately 40 of that in taxes, and the 60 left over is invested. Well, how much faster can you accumulate your wealth if you make $100 and then invest that entire $100 to grow your wealth without having to pay taxes first? This is the power of tax planning.
So now that you're in love with the concept of depreciation, let me share with you something that's even better than depreciation. Now, what's better than appreciating the purchase price of property over multiple years is actually to deduct costs immediately in year one. Now, typically money you spend during the year appropriately classified as expenses or repairs qualifies for immediate deduction. Now, the reason that we investors would want to classify these expenses as repairs is because of the different tax treatment for these costs. Now, from an investor's perspective, it's generally more beneficial to classify these expenses as a repair because these can be deducted in the year they're actually incurred. However, on the flip side, costs which are classified as improvements, those need to be capitalized. And what this means is that the money incurred for the improvements can only be deducted a portion at a time over several tax years. So it's extremely important to go through this exercise and work with your advisor to classify the money that you spend on your real estate.
Now, although having the ability to expense an item is better than depreciating it, first and foremost, we as investors need to make sure we capture these expenses. If you don't have a good system in place to account for your costs incurred during the year, a lost receipt may mean a lost opportunity for a tax benefit altogether. So what you should do is work with a qualified tax advisor to ensure you create a bookkeeping system that tracks all expenses.
And we also recommend that you work with an advisor to make sure your bookkeeping is created in such a way that it's strategically in line with your tax saving strategy.
Right. Next, we're going to demystify a very popular strategy in the real estate world, which you may have heard of as the real estate professional status. For those of you who already have pretty significant investment properties, you know that it is very important to try to qualify for the real estate professional status. For those of you who are not familiar with this loophole, here's the rundown. General